Anyways, it's Mr. Boundary, the boundary bandit, boundary a day, keeps the baddies away, but ready to play. Not real. I know. I also look like I'm dying. I don't know why. I don't know why. But it's just one of those things. But I feel like I'm dying in a way, innit? Because it's like, I think I'm at the point where I've genuinely like had enough. Like, had enough of the life I'm living. Not even on like on some suicide shit. Ain't no way. Ha. Diabo Amalefati. Like life's too good to kill myself. But it's like I think I'm just like done, like there's something missing. There's like a feeling missing in my life. It's like, like I'm gonna use sex as an example real quick because we can all understand sex. But like like sometimes like when you have sex and then you bust a nut, like from a nigga's perspective, because as Hans, I don't know how you feel when you bust a nut, but it's like you guys must feel excited because it's like a hand busting out and then she trying to keep going, which is real, because like I did that. But then as a nigga, it's like, man, sometimes like you genuinely bust a nut and it's like, and then real quick it's like, and then that's not a bad or a good thing. That's just like, common sense. But then after a while, like when you generally just be busting nuts left and right, it's like you get to a point where like it ain't even sex no more, it's just exercise. Like you're deep in that coochie, but it's on some. You don't even feel like you're in that coochie. Like you're just chowing what's this core exercises for like a very long time. And then after you bust, it's like, man, it essentially feels like you masturbate, except like you're using someone's body. And that's not real. That's not real. Because having more sex don't make that feeling go away. It just makes it like worse and worse and worse. And now it's like, aftercare don't even help at that point. Like aftercare kind of that shit don't help because it's like, man, not only am I trying to leave this room, I'm trying to leave my skin too. And it's like, not real, nah, not real. Cause there's times where you bust a nut and it's like you so happy and like you're full of life after busting that nut. It's like you bust that nut but gain 5 times what you lost. And it's like life is in. And you can even bust another nut and it's like life can keep going. You know what I'm saying? And that's the feeling that I'm missing right now. I don't know what that feeling is called, bliss, happiness, whatever the fuck it's called. That's what I'm missing. And I know right now it seems like I'm scared off, but I'm like looking at myself because like I gotta look here, but it's kind of weird to look here because I'm looking right past it to the back. So when I look on screen, I can look at something real, if you get what I'm saying. But it's like, man, that's what I'm missing, really. I'm just missing that feeling in my life. And I want it back because, man, or maybe it's like a thing of like the person that I am has got me like they've went as far as they could. And the more like I stay them is the more that like I stretch it out. But when I stretch it out, it's like when you stretch something past the limit, it starts to tear. And I feel like that's what's happening. I might be tearing. Because in the little gaps, it's like, man, ah. Because good shit do be happening. Good shit do be happening. But it's like, it don't even look good no more. It's just like, not real. But maybe I must just embrace change and become somebody new. Because I think I might be over like the whole alcohol, groove, shandies. Just for now. Just for now. And just focus on something new. Because that's what's always driven me. Like, I've just clocked now that, like, every time, like, I've focused on something new, like, because I have an obsessive mind. I don't know if it's obsessive attitude or mind, but it's like, if I start something and it interests me, I must consume all of it until it no longer interests me. or until I've consumed so much of it that I never want to consume it again. And I feel like I'm slowly reaching that limit where it's like, I'm okay. And now I must become something new, which is, it's exciting. Like, changing is like exciting in like the first few days on some real shit. Like, the first few days, that's when it's exciting because it's like, you generally see something new and it's like, let's go, let's go. But then after a while, it's like, man, nothing's really changing in it. Nothing's really changing. Especially when it's like internal change and it's more of like a physical change. It's like you can't see like how you're going to be when you finally get to that point that you want to get to, or whatever, wherever it is. We all headed different directions. You can go where I'm going, and I can go where you are going. But that's the beauty. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, as a seventh time I say, it's like crazy, crazy. Brain rot. Maximized my brain. But now I'm cooked. Like, life is not horrible or nothing, but it's like the quality of life right now. Like, these last 4 days have been like the worst 4 days back to back. And it's just because I did not walk. Like, I didn't like pull up to school, and I didn't walk like from school. Which always used to seem like a tedious activity. But now that's like, I've seen, because it's like, I didn't realize how important walking is, because walking, it gives your brain something to do. Like, it gets your brain moving. And that's very important, because now I feel fat. And it's very reasonable, because it's like 10. Fuck. Because I don't move a lot. So that must be how like fat people get like overly fat. Because you can be fat, but being overly fat, that might be where the problem is. And it's understandable, because if you're just chilling, then it's like you don't think. And once like your brain doesn't think, it starts to weigh on your body. Like, my brain is like weighing on me right now. That's why I even look like I'm dying. It's my brain, because I have a V12, and when a V12 doesn't move after a while, it just starts to, it's in shock. Because I've thought the least in these last 6 days than I have in a day. And that's not good. Because there's a certain element of like happiness that walking brings me. Like, life just becomes so colorful. The other day I was walking there. I was walking, I went to go like buy soap, 2 bars of soap and a cool drink. Things just run out in the crib sometimes. Things just run out in the crib sometimes. And when I was walking, I was realizing that you have the answers. Oh, well, I got the answers. I got the answers. I don't know if you have the answers, but you might have the answers for your life. But I have the answers for life. But the only life I know is mine. Because I was thinking, I was like, man, oh, nah, it was based off two quotes. A good 30, 40-minute conversation with myself was based off two quotes. The first quote was, to become, you must first be, and then you can come. And then another one was that, life is just, you already know the answers. Like, most of the answers, you already know. There's very few answers that you don't know. And those are the ones that someone will teach. But most things regarding yourself, immediately, you know. You must just remember. And then I went into a whole different tangent. I was like, okay, if it must be a thing of I know the answer, I must just remember, then does that mean I must teach myself to learn how to remember? I'm shaking. I don't know, I'm shaking. Low blood or something like that. I'm shaking. Anyways, I must teach myself how to remember or what to remember. Now it's how to remember versus what they teach us in general, which is we learn so that we can remember, so that we learn. Ah, fuck. Masterclass code gone. That was a genuinely devious code. But let's move to the become. Because to be coming in that bitch, you must be in that bitch. Real quick maths. Real quick maths. Real quick maths. I guess you're saying you must be, then you must come. Oh, you must be in order to become. But so to be coming in that bitch, you must first be in that bitch so that you can come, right? Basic maths, understandable, understandable. But to come in that bitch, you must realize that you are in that bitch. Therefore, you can come in it. Because you can't be coming in that bitch if you aren't first in that bitch. And the only way to realize that you are in that bitch is to understand that it has happened that you've been in the bitch. That's why it is happening. Because the past will always repeat. So essentially, you must accept that you've came in the bitch before you even come in it. Before you even come in it. Before you even come in it. You must accept that you've come in it. And then you will be provided the opportunity to come in it. Because you must first be there with your head before you can be there with your body. You know what I'm saying? So to be coming in that bitch, you must first get to the I am already in that bitch. And the reason I am in that bitch is because it has happened. Now it is happening. You get. There's a little link between the happened and happening, which is it's done. That's why it's being done. You know what I'm saying? And the trick is that for you to be, you must fully realize that 100% of yourself is already there. Because a lot of times, in terms of like situations when you try and change and do shit like that, it's on some, we want to be like 10% there. Like we want to be there mentally, but like our actions, our beliefs, and like our motivations and the so forth are not there. And that's like your dick being in the bitch while you're in the hotel room, but the rest of your body is in a classroom. You get the two do not coexist because that can never happen because your dick is not independent of you. It is dependent on you. Oh, tough, tough. So it's like you must fully put all your efforts and realize that you already are what you want to be. And then only then will you be in that bitch coming. To become, you must realize that you already are what you are becoming. And to realize that you already are means it has already happened that you are who you want to become. And to realize that it has already happened means to accept that the events that are happening in your life are a result of you being person that you want to be. Mr. Boundary,